Oh, look at that. I love you, man. Nick Ricada just sent a super chat. Despite my rant on the validity of jury analysis, I like you and respect your legal analysis. I thank you, my man. I knew it wasn't personal. That's why I didn't say shit. That's why I didn't say shit, man, because I love you and you're the best, bro. You really are. So, and I respect your opinion. You know what? I will agree with you. 98, maybe 99, maybe 99.9% of jury analysis is fucking bullshit and is made up and is full of crap and is stupid and is not going to get anybody anywhere. But I'm proud to say, not on the DUI Guy Plus's channel. But I'm biased. That's my opinion. So take it with a grain of salt. Okay. And you heard it here first. He at least I have your respect and I very much appreciate it. Unbreaded for sure, Toe.
By all accounts, he adored.
DUI Guy wants to come on.
Oh, does he?
He's at the trial. Yeah.
Here, I'll send him the link. Very good. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think he did it?
I think so.
Do you think the state can prove he did it?
Nope, I don't think so. He has two outs. Either the defense needs to hammer home reasonable doubt, probably when this thing is over, and they'll win on that, or it's going to be jury nullification, or so there's like actually 4 ways to win. That's 2. Number 3, we're going to have a rogue juror who somehow ended up on the jury and they don't belong there. They're actually like kind of in on the whole thing, and they're going to be the one angry juror, if you will, and they're going to have a hung jury. Or they're all just going to acquit.
So,
you really ran the gamut there, Larry.
Yeah.
Like,
you basically just gave every possible way to find him not guilty.
No, I didn't say guilty. I don't think he's going to be found guilty.
No, I said not guilty. Okay, so what about, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think the whole narrative is ridiculous.
Innocent. Didn't do it.
They
ain't got nothing on him at this point.
I don't know if he did it or not. The state has not presented a case that he did.
Yeah, I think he did it, but I think there's really no evidence to tie him to this crime.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he'll either be found not guilty or be acquitted, or there'll be a hung jury, or there'll be a mistrial, or...
Stop it, Joe.
I'm with Joe.
Yeah, I'm with DUI Guy. Well, there's 4 ways to acquit this guy. They could either have a hung jury, they could have one juror holdout, they could have everybody say not guilty, or they could have like most of them say not guilty. Oh, thanks, DUI Guy, for your expert analysis on how he can be found not guilty. Jury nullification.
Make sure you sign up to DUI Guy.
You only see that kind of stuff if you're in the courtroom.
Yes, that's why we have eyes inside.
Yeah,
the juror
send people into the courtroom, right, Joe?
The juror analysis makes me want to jump off a goddamn plane and land on a helicopter. Rotors first. It's like, did you hear it? Look, I no mistake, guys. Don't take this the wrong way. I love DUI Guy. I love James from court. It's like they were leaning forward during the testimony about the financial crimes. What were they? Why were they leaning forward? What does that mean? What does that have to do with anything? That's literally your perception of their actions. What do those actions mean? Well, we can infer it means X, Y, Z. X, Y, Z is literally all of infinity in front of you. There's no, you can't make it. I fucking hate the jury analysis meta that has existed around these trials. I like DUI Guy. I like James from court. I care way less about their jury observations and more about the rumblings of the gallery. I care way more about what's going on in the courtroom and what they're perceiving from the attorneys from the gallery's perspective than their impressions of the jury. Their impressions of the jury are worth less to me than shit.
Well, I will tell you this. As someone, I went to the death trial.
Yeah, I know. I hated your jury analysis too.
That's okay. I wasn't able to provide really much of any jury analysis because my eyes are so bad. I could barely see like their faces from how far away we were.
Pointless, Joe.
But I will tell you this. There's like the only time that you can get anything from it is if there's like one juror there who's doing something similar to like what like juror number 1 was, which is like basically as Amber was testifying, like he was practically like making motions, like, you know, like he was like literally like mocking her and like making faces while she was talking. So like that you sort of can get something from. And the other thing I'll say is everyone who went and analyzed, everyone felt that there was one juror there who remained on the jury, didn't get thrown off by the end, who was the most pro Amber out of all. Like we all individually identified the same person as being least impressed by the Depp team's case.
The best part of that is you were probably all fucking wrong about which one it was.
It's very possible. We'll never know. We'll never know.
God, I hate it. That somebody
You're
said
right.
this,
I can't deny that.
That somebody seven says, "Stop lying, Nick. You cared about jury analysis during the Depp. That's why you brought them. On." No. I said over and over that I didn't care. I brought it on because the audience was demanding it, and I run a show ultimately that is based on the audience buying in, the audience participation. If the audience wants to see jury analysis, look, if you guys are so fucking retarded that you guys want someone to tell you what the jury is doing, you need someone else's biased perspective. And believe me, the jury leaned in during the financial testimony. Tell me what that means without bias. Because with bias towards the defense, it means, oh, the jury is listening for all the points in which Alex Murdaugh is not guilty. If they're biased towards the prosecution, it means, oh, the jury is leaning in to find all the places he fucked these people over. It means literally nothing. You can discern nothing from it. And by the way, the body language panel, fuck those guys. I love them. They're great. They're all super smart, and they will all agree with me that their analysis is absolutely worthless because they know nothing about the jury personally, and they can only make general descriptions about what is going on. You guys are being fucking hoodwinked, suckered, and grifted over and over and over by jury analysis by people who aren't in the case. The only jury analysts that matters, the only ones, are the ones employed by the state and by the defense to research the Facebook profiles, the Twitter profiles, the Instagram messages of all of these people who have made the decisions to put these people on the jury, and then have an analysis based on the psychological profiles that they have built, if they have done it. And maybe they have, maybe they haven't. You won't ever know because you're not privy to that information. Everybody else going in and doing jury analysis is bringing all of their bias in. It's why I fucking hate it. I hate it. Look, if I went down to court and did a jury analysis of Alec Murdaugh, all I'd say is all these jurors are biased against the state. You know why? Because I'm biased against the state. And I would read literally goddamn everything into that. The problem with jury analysis is I don't know what the speaker's biases are, and neither do you. It's a grift. It's a work. It's all of the things just to keep you watching. Why do you think I bring them on? I don't bring them on for witty analysis or smart, educated expertise. There's no objective standard for a jury analysis. I bring them on because you goddamn ask me to, because no matter how many times I tell you retarded people that it's absolutely fucking worthless, you're like, well, bring on James from court. Bring on DUI guy. They're in the courtroom. They know. They don't know goddamn anything. I love them. I think they're wonderful. I want DUI guys' legal analysis all day long. I never want to hear him talk about a jury in my fucking life unless
Nick, you need to give me the
his
keys.
jury. No, goddamn it, Sean. This is honesty hour. If DUI guy is in his own court, if he has picked his own jury, if he's done his own research, I want to know about it. If he saunters into court 3 weeks in, Sean, he's 3 weeks in. If he walks in, I'm going to give you jury analysis. Fuck off, DUI guy. I love you, but you have nothing of value to add about the goddamn jury. I care about your opinion on the case. That's why I bring him on. And because you assholes ask me to. Stop being grifted and duped by these fucking people. Stop it. All of us are just giving our biased perspectives on literally everything. I am obviously pro-defense. I was a defense attorney. I will always be a defense attorney. The state can fist itself until it reaches its tonsils for all I care. Fuck the state. Prove to me they're guilty. You know what you're getting when a jury analyst James from court. I love the guy. He's smart. He's insightful. He's like a 23-year-old journalism major. What is this guy telling you about a jury ever? He didn't pick them. He has no qualifications in law. He's just a guy who went into a courtroom, and you're out here like, oh, get James from court on. We want his jury analysis. Why do you want his jury analysis? I want his opinions from a journalistic perspective about what's going on in the courtroom, what's outside the courtroom, what people are talking about, what's the buzz. I want him interviewing people who are in the gallery. That's what James should be doing. The fact that he's doing jury analysis means, one, he's shortchanging his own abilities, and two, he's giving into the fucking grift that, for whatever reason, all the people who watch me and Emily D. Baker and Law and Crime are like, oh, God, I really want to find out. No, you don't. It's
Giving
worthless.
into the grift?
You're
saying he's giving into the grift?
Yes.
Hold on a second. But
you know I'm giving into the grift. I hate this trial. I hate everything about this. 3 weeks. I've wasted 3 fucking weeks of my life, Kurt. I'm sitting here and I'm going, why in goddamn hell am I watching this? You know what I could be doing, Kurt? You know what I could be doing? I could be sleeping. I could be eating. I could be cooking. I could be going out and doing chores. I could be spending time with my kids. I could be spending time with my wife. I'd be going to the cities and getting goddamn happy ending massages. I don't know, literally anything other than watching this trial. Why am I watching this trial? It's a fucking grift. Of course it is.
But wait a second.
You're chastising them for the grift. That's the part I don't understand.
But isn't all like most people? I'd say that's true. But
James is giving into the grift. He knows.
DUI guy is really good at reading a jury. Wouldn't you recognize?
No, I disagree with you, Joe. He's good at reading his own jury. How can he possibly be good? 3 weeks in, he wasn't at voir dire.
No,
he doesn't know the defense trial strategy. How can you read a jury if you don't even know the goddamn strategy of either side? But you're guessing.
He's picked juries before. He understands
in his cases, with his strategy, with his perspective in line. DUI guy says, okay, here's what I got. I got a guy who blew a .09 when .08 is the legal limit. All he had to do was defer he had 2 shots or 3 shots. I don't know. Maybe he's 130 pounds. He had 3 shots of whiskey at the bar. He's almost home. All he had to do was take a blood test instead of the breathalyzer. He would have blood tested in 2 hours, a .07. They wouldn't have had a perspective thing. He was swerving within the line, some bullshit excuse. DUI guy knows exactly what his angle of attack is here. You tell me that DUI guy or James of Court knows either party's exact theory of this case. You know how I know it's a fucking lie? None of us, no one on this panel who are all lawyers can articulate either side's actual theory of the case. We can guess at it. We can take stabs at it. We can get close. None of us are on the team. None of us know what we're going to go up against. None of us have seen the discovery or the witness list or have depositions or interviews. Not a goddamn one of us. DUI guy walks into there 3 weeks into court, and we're supposed to expect that his jury analysis has some merit because in his own trials, he picks juries in his own trials.
It's also that he was at the Depp trial. He has experience in reading a jury.
Depp trial is completely different from this, Joe. Don't fuck with me. Don't you even dare.
Yes, Depp is 100% different than this.
Joe, come on. You know the difference between high-profile social media and mass media civil litigation versus a goddamn criminal defendant who is deeply entrenched in South Carolina law. These are way different areas. It's not even fucking close. And every goddamn law tuber out there who's like, oh, I have special insight. I was XYZ. Fuck off. None of you know goddamn shit. We're all walking into this fucking blind. People are like, oh, didn't you read the articles? Didn't you watch the podcast? Didn't you watch the documentary on HBO? No. You know why? All of that shit is goddamn worthless. Put it in front of the fucking court and then talk to me. None of us know anything. And Jesus Christ, if we're pretending that we know the strategy, if you can't cite to a fucking attorney on the case on either side, you're literally lying. And I'm so goddamn sick of this thing that we do. I'm fucking sick of it. The illusion that, oh, yes, we're lawyers, we know. Guys, we're with all of you. We're with you in the chat. We're with every single one of you. We walk into these cases blind. Oh, yeah. Oh, I watched a documentary. Who fucking cares? Is it in evidence? Look at all the shit that's been coming out of the documentaries. Nothing has been presented in evidence. Not a goddamn thing. His divorce? Oh, he's going to get divorced. His wife is going to divorce him. They didn't even say in opening statements that his wife was in a divorce conversation with the family law attorney. Why? Because it's likely not even admissible. Much less if it's admissible, they don't know if they're going to admit it, because what will they actually get out of it? I'm so fucking sick of this charade. I'm goddamn tired of it, Joe. I'm tired of it.
I don't know. I think that.
But you're profiting
ceasefire
every day. That's the thing. I mean, I don't begrudge you profiting off of it. I just sort of don't understand why you're so mad at that, and then you are acknowledging that you're doing it for the grifting. It seems inconsistent.
Of course, I'm doing it for the grifting.
He admits it. That's the difference. Fine. The difference is he admits it. His point. This is what
he's so sick of it. That's why he keeps doing it.
No, okay. Let me.
Maybe I'm missing it.
You are. The reason what you're missing here is this. It's that what he's basically saying is everyone here knows where I, Nick Rekieta, come from. That I'm doing this whole trial for the grift. I hate this trial. I'm going to provide whatever insight I can. I'm not enjoying this. This is painful, but it's basically how I'm earning my livelihood and taking care of my family. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I'm providing whatever.
No,
but
no, Joe, no.
See, maybe you didn't get it either then, I guess.
I'm watching the show. I'm watching the trial with the people because it's interesting.
Come on. You just screamed that for 3 weeks. Nick, you were just screaming that the last 3 weeks have been the most boring period of your life. So,
Joe, this trial should be interesting. It's a double murder trial involving an entrenched South Carolina attorney. It should be interesing. The state hasn't made the case. The state hasn't made the case. Neither has the defense. None of them have brought the narrative. I'm just saying the jury analysis is a waste of time from people who aren't involved in the case.
Right. You're saying that it's purporting to lend insight, but giving us nothing. Is that fair to say? That it comes across as if it's trying to give us some perspective when really it's just people who are just stabbing in the dark and have no idea. And we'll never know if they're right or wrong.
Yes. They're stabbing in the dark, but people put undue value on this stuff. And it drives me nuts. I hate it.
Well, I don't know. I feel as if I have more perspective after.
No, I feel bad for mentioning it.
Why? That was gold. Are you kidding me? That was we're 3 weeks into this trial. And that's the first clippable moment.
That's what I get for checking the gas level with a lit match.
Oh my god.
That was Unabomber level worthy, Nick. That was great.
I just don't like it because it's this weird thing where people are going to go analyze the jury, but they're not. Their analysis, I hate it. I've said it since depth. I said it in depth, by the way. I don't like the jury analysis. The chat wants it. I bring them on. I don't like it. I would much rather DUI guy and James from court do what they're trained to do. I would much rather get DUI guy's legal analysis on the subject. And I'd much rather get James from court's gallery opinion on the subject. What's the buzz? What's the in and out of court? James from court is wasted as a journalism student on doing jury analysis. He's far better interviewing the people in the gallery. He's far better interviewing the people who are outside the courtroom, the buzz around South Carolina about this. That's what I want to know.
You know what Jameson Court should do? He should do a Project Veritas and ask forensic scientist Megan Fletcher out for a drink.
That's my opinion. I do not like the jury analysis thing. I think it's a waste of time. And I think there's so many, like, I'm not shitting on them being in the courtroom. I think there's a bunch to gather from being in the courtroom. I just want their actual expertise, not this pretend thing that developed during Depp. I didn't like it then. I don't like it now.
Well, I guess I'll agree with you that I don't really find much value in the body language people. I don't find any value in it. So I'll agree with you that much.
What is the point?
The
body language people
admit they need baselines.
They admit it. They admit their analysis is worthless outside of knowing the people. Because of course it is. We've been saying the entire time when Alec Murdaugh is crying in court, he's sitting there crying. They say, "Oh, well, we don't know what that crying means. We don't know if he's crying over his family. We don't know if he's crying because he got caught. We don't know if he's crying because of financial crimes. We have no idea. You can only infer something, and the state will always infer it negatively. That's what we know about your reaction in court. And if he had no reaction, it'd be the same way. Oh, he didn't cry when his wife and kid and their brains on the floor were being brought up. It's crazy. So what are we gaining from body language analysis? Now, I haven't seen any in this trial, but what would we gain from that without the person knowing Alec Murdaugh, without them doing a behavioral analysis before he's charged with this stuff and saying, okay, before he acted this way, or looking at interviews from before, what do we gain from that? We gain nothing. And I'm sick of it.
Okay, I'll agree as to that much.
Yeah.
Good rant.
That was really good. That was really good. And if you want to see more of me poking Nick Recato, you need to sign up to Good Logic, which I'm on Locals. You can find me there on Locals. You can find me in Rumble, or you can help me get a play button in YouTube if they don't knock me off the air first.
Hey, guys, before I start another fire, I think I'm going to sign off.
See you, buddy.
After the fires go, Brock is like, well, my work's done.
Oh, my gosh.
Now that he's created drama,
Yes.
friction.
I mean, Nick, I also say you are right. But absent having all that jury data, when you're picking a jury, you still don't know. And I've picked juries like I agree. I've gotten results where I'm like, wait, what? And even Bard said your jurors will tell you one thing that you completely thought they were another way. So, but yes, going off of what the gallery is experiencing, the people there day in and day out, they're gonna be in a similar mindset. That's a good way to gauge how the jurors might be thinking at this point.
My thing with the jury section is again, you don't know, but you know your strategy and you know what you're looking for. And the people who are doing jury analysis have no idea what either side is actually looking for. We can poke and stab at the state and defense's strategy. That's all we can do is poke and stab. We don't know. Neither of them have presented, and this is a criticism, obviously, neither of them have presented a cohesive strategy towards either one. We can try and discern what it is. We don't know. The state is taking way too long to present its case. The defense hasn't had a chance to present its case. But their opening statements, neither one of them lends us any sort of insight into what their plan is.
It worked for Runkle.
It worked for Runkle?
I'm saying he went to the Depp trial and he took his channel from 40,000 subs to 250,000 subs by going to the trial.
It's great. It's beautiful for them.
It worked for Larry, the DUI guy. He ended up going 250,000 because of it. People feel as if they're, you know what it is. This is what it is.
Trying to tell people that I'll tell
you why you're spitting at windmills here. Okay, it's because people who care feel emotionally invested in something. They want to have the facade of feeling like they have more information than they can access on their own. So they feel as if these people are providing that perspective that they cannot otherwise get, even though you are ultimately correct that it's all just blind stabs in the dark when no one actually knows what the hell they're talking about. But since they're able to sell that as if they have, because they have a unique perspective of what the jury is looking at and thinking, so it gives this image, this facade that, oh wow, now we have a feel for the jury, even though you are ultimately correct that it's a mirage. You can't, unless someone there is a mind reader, there's no way for them to know what the hell any of the jurors are actually thinking. You're correct. You're right.
That's what I said, but louder.
Right, but that's why. But that I was explaining to you why people actually still crave it. It's because people crave that facade of feeling as if they have more perspective, even if it's empty perspective. That's just my thought on it. I'm going to see you later, my brother. All right.
Catch you later. Catch you tonight.
Joe.
Yeah, tonight, right? So you're going to send me a link.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're going
Joe,
to do the State of the Union.
Joe, when's your strike end?
My strike, well, technically it's supposed to end, I guess, on Thursday. So, but I don't, unless my appeal turns things around.
Brett, but do you really know you hate jury analysis? Yes, I gotta hate it. Farmhand says for that epic rant. Oh, thank you. Again, I'm sure plenty of people hate it. He also says, Nick, can you bring DUI guy on? We the people demand his jury observations from today. Again, I'll bring him on. I just don't, I don't put any value in it. I don't. I would rather hear his opinions on the legal arguments. He's DUI guy.
Yeah.
Fantastic attorney. You can go watch him shred cops and other witnesses on cross-examination on his channel. And I encourage you do. He's great at what he does. His jury analysis to me in these big cases doesn't, like, it's wasted talent to me. But it might be good for subs. I don't know. I just don't like it. I hate it. It's not Brandon Lesko says, haha, I watched the rant I missed. Let's go. And Darcy says, I needed a Nick rant. Oh, thank you for that.